Yes, good morning, children. Now we'll continue in this lesson. In the last video, we have studied about all the terrestrial plants, the plants which are growing on the land. They are called terrestrial plants, and they grow flowers and all fruits also. But here also, do you know that plants are growing in the water also? You might have seen near the ponds, rivers, lakes and all. How do they grow? How do they make their food? How do they breathe? That's why now we study about that, all those water plants. Water plants are also called aquatic plants. The plants which are growing in the water, they are called aquatic plants or water plants. Now there are three kinds of water plants are there. What are they? Let us see. One is floating plants, second is fixed plant, and third is underwater or submerged plants. Means you might have seen in the Discovery Channel also, when the scientists they go inside the sea and find the fish. So along with that you can see the plants also. Is it not? Did you observe any time? If not, you observe it. Or some people they go on the river and they get bath. When they go deep inside, when one deep they take and come out, they don't open the eyes. But we cannot open the eyes. If you see open, nowadays we cannot go and take the deep. But if you go and see there, you will find it, the water plants are growing inside the water. Okay, now let us see. This type of plants we will find it near the ponds. Nowadays we cannot go and find it. So that is why we will study in the lesson. Now floating plants. How are they? They will be floating on the water only. When you go near the ponds and lakes, some plants will be floating on this. What makes it to float on the water? Because see, their stems are hollow and long in the water. The stems are hollow and long, and the leaves are also little bit spongy type, spongy and fluffy. It is fluffy. So what makes it to float? Because there is a lot of empty space in the stems and the leaves also. So due to that, the leaves are able to float on the water. And how do they breathe? These leaves, means commonly the leaves are the stomatas are under the leaf, but in the water plants, stomatas are on the upper side of the plant. On the upper side of the plant, the stomatas are present on the upper side of the plant. So that's why they are able to breathe. And have you understood? Now the best example is what? Water hyacinth and duckweed are the water plants, floating plants. What makes them to float on the water? Because the stems are hollow and light and lot of empty space filled with the air. That's why this makes them to float on the water. Spongy, fluffy. If you press it, then you can see the water is bubbles are coming out. So that is the one. There's the reason why these plants can float on the water. Now coming to the second, fixed plant. So when you go to the garden, you might have seen some small pond, and in that lotus is growing. Yes? Lotus. Can we pluck those plants? Lotus? No, we cannot pluck those plants. Why? Because the stems are so fixed under the water, in the mud, on the bed of the pond. That's why they are fixed. The roots are fixed to the soil and the water. muddy, or sometimes it will be very clay type of water, soil is there. So that will fix, the root will fix to the beds of the ponds in the soil. Then what makes this to breathe? So what makes to breathe? And the leaves also you will find plate-like structure, round shape. Have you seen? This is the round shape, and these leaves are floating on the water with the help of strong current also. These leaves will not sink into the water. Why? Because it is coated with waxy coating. The leaves are waxy coating. If you pour water on these leaves also, it will be floating. The water, a drop of water also, it will be floating, and immediately it will fall down. Why? Because these leaves on the side, on the upper side, it will scratch also. You can see the tip. Sometimes now in the Ganesh festival, you will find the lotus leaves. Take that leaves and scratch it little bit. So you will find the green color substance. So you will stick it to your nail. And because this waxy coating on the leaves will not allow water to stand on this, and this will fix the roots under the beds of the soil inside the water. Have you understood? Now how do they breathe? Because their stomata are on the upper side of the leaves. They breathe through the stomata. How? The stomata are not under the leaf, but it is upper side of the leaves. So this makes plants to fix in the water, the roots and the stems. Stems are also very light and hollow. So that is why with the strong current also this will not move from the place. Have you understood about this? Now what is the example? Water lily and lotus are the best example for this fixed plant. Now coming to this third point, underwater or submerged plant. Underwater and submerged plant. Now you can see inside the water, these plants are completely under the water. So they will be moving. How? So how do they breathe? So whatever the air is there, they will breathe through the body. Through the body only. They are very thin leaves. The leaves are very thin and pointy. Grass-like structure only it is. You can see this will be totally submerged. Though these plants leaves are upper side, they will be upper side, and they breathe through the stomata, and both the leaves stomatas are on the upper side only. But these plants totally submerged under the water. How do they breathe? Through the whole body. The pores are there. With the help of that, they will be breathing. Example is what? Tape grass, hydrilla and pondweed. Hydrilla will be, this is the tape grass I drew. The diagram is there in the textbook. You can see. This is the hydrilla. I am showing you in this book, textbook. This is hydrilla, you can see. And the pondweed is also there. You can see in this textbook. This is the pondweed and the tape grass. This too you can see. How do they breathe? They breathe with the whole body. The leaves are very thin and green color. Okay. Now let us see about this. I'll read out this. You listen to me carefully, children. Have you understood the explanation? Now, adaptation in aquatic plants. Aquatic plants are three kinds. floating, fixed and underwater plants. Underwater plants are also called submerged, not floating plants. Water hyacinth and duckweed are plants that float on water. Do you know what helped them to do this? Now these are the diagrams for duckweed and the water hyacinth. They have light and spongy stems that help them float on water. Fixed plants, water lily and lotus are plants that have their roots fixed to the bed of the pond. The stems are thin, long and hollow. These help the plants to reach the surface of the water. The leaves are broad and flat with a waxy coating on the surface to prevent them from rotting. Rotting means it will not get damaged. Rotting and it will not get खराब भी नहीं हो जाता है. It will not. So that's one. Now you can see the water lily and the lotus. Underwater plants, tape grass and pondweed are some plants which are completely submerged in water. They have thin and narrow leaves which arise in clusters from the roots. They have no stomata, so the plants take in air directly through their body surface. Have you understood, children? With this, we have completed the adaptations in plants. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can write and keep it ready. The moment school reopens, we can, I'll explain you and clear your doubts. Thank you.